As a social psychologist, I can promise you this. In 10 minutes, you'll learn what took me 8 years to understand about why being alone can feel unsafe. You are home alone at night. Everything is fine. The door is locked, the windows are shut, you have food, water, and enough online videos to avoid your own thoughts until the year 2046. Then the fridge makes one strange noise. Now someone is in the house. You do not know who. You do not know where. But your brain has finished its full police report. The killer is 7 feet tall, lives behind the shower curtain, and has somehow entered through the refrigerator. This is normal, not the fridge killer. He is very busy and cannot visit everyone. The fear is normal. Humans often feel less safe when they are alone, even when there is no real danger. Your body may become tense. Small sounds feel louder. You check the door twice, then a third time, because the first 2 checks may have made the lock angry. So why does being alone feel unsafe? To answer that, we need to go back thousands of years, to a time before houses, phones, cities, and tiny cameras that let us watch a stranger cook eggs from 6 different angles. For most of human history, being alone was not a peaceful break. It was a terrible business plan. Early humans lived in groups because groups made life easier. One person could find food, another could watch for danger, someone could care for the children, and one person could claim to know which berries were safe, even though he was guessing. This position is now called management. The group gave you protection. If a large animal attacked, you did not have to be faster than the animal. You only had to be faster than Kevin. Sorry, Kevin. Nature has rules. Alone, every problem became your problem. You had to find food, carry it, protect it, watch the fire, and stay awake for danger. You also had to remember where you put your sharp rock. There was no spare sharp rock. The economy was in ruins. Being pushed out of the group could mean death. No warm fire, no shared food, no one watching your back. Even a small cut could become a big problem. This is why the human brain learned a simple rule. Together is safer. Alone is danger. It was not a perfect rule, but it kept enough people alive for them to have children who also had nervous brains. Those children had more children, and after many, many years, here you are, afraid. The system worked, maybe a little too well. Your brain still carries this old alarm. It does not care that you live on the 5th floor of a safe building. It does not understand locks, cameras, or next day delivery. As far as your brain knows, you are a weak cave person who has wandered away from the tribe. The tribe is now at brunch without you. This is worse than the tiger. When you feel alone, your brain may enter a state called hyper-alertness. That means it starts looking harder for danger. Your hearing seems sharper, your muscles tighten, your heart may beat faster. Every dark corner becomes suspicious. This is useful when a wolf is near. It is less useful when the danger is a pile of laundry you have refused to fold for 8 days. I see you. And that is why we have chairs full of clothes. The brain would rather make a false alarm than miss a real threat. If it hears a branch snap and thinks, tiger, but it was only the wind, nothing terrible happens. You lose a little sleep. If it hears a branch snap and thinks, probably wind, but it was a tiger, you become a lesson for the rest of the group. So the brain became careful, very careful, needlessly careful. It is the kind of security guard who tackles a lamp because it entered the room too quickly. Darkness makes this worse. Humans do not see very well at night. Our eyes are good enough to find the bathroom, but not good enough to tell if that shape is a towel or a demon with excellent posture. When sight becomes weak, the brain fills in the missing parts, and the brain does not fill them with friendly ducks. It chooses danger. This is called survival. It is also why you can turn on a light and defeat a monster in less than 1 second. Powerful creature. Major weakness? Lamps. But feeling unsafe when alone is not only about animals or dark rooms. It is also about other people. Humans need connection. Our brains pay close attention to signs that we belong. A smile, a kind voice, or an invitation tells the brain, the group still wants us. This feels good because, long ago, being wanted helped keep us alive. Rejection sends the other message. A person does not answer your text. Maybe they are driving. Maybe they are sleeping. Maybe they opened it, planned to reply, got distracted, and will remember it during a job interview in 6 years. Your brain reviews these fair choices and selects the only logical answer. Everyone hates you. Excellent work. Social pain can feel very real. A cold reply, a missed invite, or a quiet room can hurt more than we expect. The event may be small, but the old brain sees a bigger meaning. It thinks the group is leaving, and if the group leaves, you may soon be alone with the wolves and Kevin's family, who are still upset about what happened earlier. This is why loneliness and danger can feel so close. Loneliness is not just, I have no one to talk to. It can feel like, I have no one to help me if something goes wrong. The strange part is that you can feel lonely while surrounded by people. You can sit in a full classroom, office, bus, or family dinner and still feel cut off. The brain does not count bodies. If it did, a crowded train would be the safest and happiest place on earth. It is not. The brain looks for trust. Do these people know me? Do they care? Can I relax near them? If the answer feels like no, the lonely alarm may stay on. Modern life has made this very confusing. We can contact almost anyone at any time. We have group chats, video calls, online games, and apps made only to show us what 900 people ate for lunch. This should have solved loneliness forever. It did not. In fact, phones can make the alarm worse. You can now see people meeting without you in high definition. In the past, if your friends had fun without you, you might never know. A beautiful system. Now you get 12 photos, 3 videos, and a smiling group picture taken by the person who said they were too tired to go out. Technology did not create the need to belong. It simply gave that need push alerts. Modern homes also let us live alone more safely than ever. We have strong walls, clean water, heat, medicine, and food that arrives on a small motorbike. From a safety view, this is amazing. From the old brain's view, you are sitting alone in a silent box while a masked stranger brings food to your door. So, mixed results. There is also a difference between being alone and feeling lonely. They sound like the same thing, but they are not. Being alone is a fact. Loneliness is a feeling. You can be alone and feel calm. You can read, draw, walk, play music, or stare at a wall and call it meditation. If you do it long enough, you may even charge people for a class. Chosen alone time can feel safe because you are in control. You know why you are alone. You know when it will end. The door back to other people still feels open. Unwanted alone time feels different. It can feel like you were forgotten, rejected, or left behind. The room has not changed. The meaning has. This is an important clue. The alarm is not only asking, is anyone here? It is asking, could I reach someone if I needed to? That is why a short message from a friend can help. The friend does not have to arrive on a horse and guard the front door with a sword. A simple, how are you, may be enough to remind the brain that the group still exists. The sword is a nice extra. If being alone makes you uneasy, there are ways to teach the brain that you are safe. First, name what is happening. Tell yourself, this is an old alarm. I feel unsafe, but I may not be in danger. Feelings are real, but they are not always reports from the scene. Sometimes they are old software, sending an alert about a tiger that has been dead for 20,000 years. Please update your tiger. Second, make the space feel known. Turn on a light. Play quiet music. Check the lock once. Once is enough. The fourth check does not add more lock. Build a small routine, like making tea, taking a shower, or preparing for bed in the same order. Predictable things help the brain relax. Third, use small points of contact. Send one message, speak to a neighbor, call a family member, go to a place where other people are nearby, even if you do not talk to them. A library, park, or cafe can give the brain proof that society has not ended. If you choose a cafe, you must buy one drink every few hours, or they may return you to the wild. Fourth, practice being alone in small amounts. You do not learn to swim by being thrown into the ocean at night by a man named Greg. Start with 10 calm minutes. Do something you like. Let your body learn that nothing bad happens. Then slowly make the time longer. This does not mean forcing yourself through panic. The goal is not to win a suffering contest. There is no trophy. Greg made that up. Finally, remember that needing people is not weakness. It is one of the most human things about you. Humans survived because they helped each other. The person who said, I need the group, lived. The person who said, I can fight this mammoth alone, became a very flat warning sign. Independence is useful. Connection is also useful. You need both. The goal is not to love being alone every second. The goal is to know that being alone right now does not mean you have been left forever. You can enjoy your own company and still want other people. You can feel brave and still turn on every light in the house after hearing a strange sound. Electric bills are a small price to pay for survival. So the next time you are home alone and the fridge makes a noise, pause before you begin your final battle. Look around, breathe slowly. Remind yourself that your brain is trying to protect you with rules made for a much older world. It is not broken. It is loyal, fast, and deeply confused, like a dog guarding you from the vacuum cleaner. Being alone feels unsafe because for most of human history, it often was. The group meant warmth, food, help, and life. Your brain still treats connection like shelter because that is what it used to be. But today, alone does not always mean abandoned. Silence does not always mean danger. And the coat on the chair is almost never planning anything. Almost. I would keep one light on.